Hey everyone, so here, welcome to the first League progress for the Righteous Fire Inquisitor in Solo Self-Found Ancestor League, patch 3.22. So, just got to maps day one here at a pretty breakneck pace for me. Obviously, people go a lot faster than me, but I managed to make it through the campaign in 4 hours, 42 minutes, which was 2 minutes faster than my sole practice run that I did. Also, quick note, apologies if the video is choppy here for some reason. I'm having issues recording. I think some graphical setting got turned on that I do not want on in the game, and that is causing recording issues as well, even though really shouldn't be, um, given my new setup. But regardless, I'll be investigating that. And yeah, 4 hours, 42 minutes to maps. Very smooth progression so far. You saw me almost die there. Does have the occasional close call, but for the moment, considering the amount of life I have, the amount of investment and the damage I have, etc., generally very smooth, as expected and as I found in my test run as well. So, pretty satisfied at starting this. I have not engaged with the league mechanic at all, so I don't know exactly how it interacts there, but I'll be doing that immediately after this video, I think, so I will weigh in on it then. And another video will be coming tomorrow, possibly even two, depending on how things go. But yeah, the league mechanic seems pretty spicy. A lot of people seem like they're enjoying the intriguing nature of it. A couple people said it was a little confusing at first, so I'm about to see if I experience that myself. But for the most part, it seems like, again, an interesting one. The tattoos are on PoEDB. They've been data mined. And again, those seem really interesting. So I'm curious to see what kind of builds people can get up to leveraging those, including myself. I'm excited to try some of those out. And yeah, still on 2 4-links here with the fire trap, righteous fire setup. Got pretty basic stuff all around. I'm a little bit updated since this video. I ran a handful of maps following the strategy I outlined in my previous video. But for the most part, everything is going according to plan. Had a couple deaths in the campaign, of course, because, well, sometimes it's just faster to die, really, isn't it? Because I'm not going to TP back to town to get flash charges from Mervale when I only have one portal and I need it for other stuff, etc., etc. I did run with a, you might have seen there, Searing Bond setup for a tiny bit. Uh, this build is just going to be so starved for sockets in a lot of different ways that I don't even know how I'm going to fit all the auras and stuff I want to run. It's going to be a bit of a struggle, I think. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting there because I feel like I was socket starved on my jug, and I feel like this build is going to be more socket intensive for a number of reasons. So maybe I just end up not using Infernal Cry long term. Actually, I probably do drop Infernal Cry after I get Legacy of Fury from Maven, just because it kind of serves a similar purpose, a little bit worse, but maybe by then my damage is good enough I don't feel like I need the explosions in certain mechanics, but then again, if I dip into Expedition or something like that, then I may want to do that. Anyways, I haven't actually used Infernal Cry in a combat scenario yet. I've just been, or I just socketed it in after recording this footage. And yeah, I think it'll be useful. It's replacing basically the Searing Bond setup. I also got my Malevolence Divine Blessing going as well, because, you know, it's an EBMOM build. That's one of the primary advantages, I feel like, of running such a build, generically speaking anyways. So yeah, apart from some of these early maps, which are just obliterating me and are a bit damaging because I'm in a delirium encounter and decided not to dip out for some reason. But yeah, I mean, it's a build I'm familiar with, so I can only really comment so much on how it feels because I already knew I was going to like how it felt. I I've been watching Ziggy D while I level up. He's been playing Cold Dot Elementalist. I don't know of anybody that's doing any particularly zany build. There was some drama regarding Tawo from Chieftain. They buffed the Fire Dot node of Chieftain, but the old Slam thing that now works with strikes, the node before the support gem node on Chieftain, I don't remember what the actual skill it gives you is called, but basically they have the damage and the cooldown of it, which a lot of people are upset by because they're planning like a melee ignite build and we're leveraging the 100% more damage from it, which it now no longer has, so it's not good for ignite builds because it's really just, a normal hit, which is not really exciting. So anyways, that's enough on the drama side of things. I will jump into the game and look at my gear a little more. So here we are. What was that? Spacebar closes interfaces? Is that a thing I did? I feel like it must have been. I definitely don't want it to do that, but I'll fix it later. Anyways, gear. 6-socket chest, just 4-linked. I just put this one on. I was using this one for a long time before you can see it's level 28. Wand. I'm using a wand because this wand is pretty great for early leveling. It had suffix fire damage, +1 fire spell skill gems, and an open prefix for normal fire damage. So I'll have to upgrade that later because I doubt I'll be replacing this anytime soon unless I get a good dot multi scepter or something. The spell damage obviously does not apply to Righteous Fire, but it does apply to the fire trap, so that's pretty nice. I got this in Act 6 or 7, I believe, and yeah, I'll be using it for quite a while. I think my helmet has energy shield, so that's nice. Obviously, I have to replace that at some point. I just went and looked in the vendor, actually. I just need colors, really, so it can be pretty much anything, but I'll probably have to sacrifice the fact that it's an ES base, even though I want as much ES as possible, really. Let's see. Got a couple uniques here. This one, not doing anything for me because I'm ailment immune. I am running Purity of Elements, Discipline, and Vitality right now. Vitality is very temporary. I just used it because I had extra unreserved mana while I am in the process of picking up Charisma and Sovereignty. I believe these two together are enough. Okay, they might not be. No, 24 plus 20 is 52. I'm trying to hit the 150% breakpoint. Wait a minute, I don't need to do that. There's a breakpoint I'm trying to hit for some reason that I'm too tired to remember the details of. But soon, I will be able to run Discipline, Period of Elements, and Determination, which I have leveling somewhere here offhand. I'm hoping not to have to run Determination late game. Get enough Fizz taken as Elemental to call it a day. Might involve using a unique chest of some kind, like a Cloak of Flame. But I haven't fully decided on whether I want to do that or what auras I would be using in place of that. These two together are 52%. If I get up to 60% reservation, I can use two 50% Discipline and Tempest Shield, which is ideal. I'm really only wanting to use Period of Elements for the full element immunity because I don't have freeze immunity, because I don't have Pantheon upgrade stuff yet, of course. And being chill immune is also pretty nice early on, and shock immune as well. So when I can get freeze immunity, 50% reduced effective chill, and then shock immunity from Tempest Shield, then there won't be as much emphasis on Period of Elements because I'll be well resist capped by then. I'm already quite overcapped on fire and cold with a little bit over lightning. Still susceptible to things like curses and exposure and all that, of course. But in general, looking to kind of experiment around a little bit. I'm going to try to pick up some suppression as well. Might not go for 100% straight away. Probably path down to Magebane after I finish the aura stuff, but also going to have to keep an eye on my damage to see if that starts lacking at all and adjust accordingly if so. But with spell suppression, nodes can pick up lucky suppression and have, like an effective high 70s% or something before considering gear or with very little gear. One benefit of this build, I think, is going to be the amount of travel nodes. I'll still have to see what some of the tattoos are and how applicable they might be to the build, but I'm going to have way more stats than I need between the tree and gear, like coincidental things on gear. So I am definitely going to try to use as many of these excess travel nodes as possible for good tattoos if I can find some and do well in the league mechanic. Anyways, that's about it for this one. Just wanted to give everyone a day one update and give the hands a rest and keep with my daily schedule that I'm hoping to stick to for a little bit here. If the video is enjoyable at all, or you're having a good league start in general, give the video a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.